Hi guys, I'm Holly Browning from the Lebanon Public Library, here to give you a few great helpful tips to get you started on your family research. Now, I know it can be a bit overwhelming with all the online sites and the slew of information that is popping up with the genealogy sites and the DNA and things of that nature, but I'm here to give you some tips to get your stuff together and just kind of get started. So before you even jump onto any of the genealogy sites, I recommend starting with a paper trail. It's old-fashioned in our age, but it really helps with research and looking back to see what you have and entering in your data when you're ready to pick that site that you want to build a tree on. So here is an example of a fillable tree. I have actually a few examples here. These can be found on a lot of different websites. There's such as familysearch.org, the National Archives page, even Ancestry, I think, has a few free printouts. But also, I have these free prints available for anybody that if they'd want to pick them up from the library, you can give us a call at 932-2665 and you can pick up a print that I have printed off. So the first thing you want to do is you want to gather all the information that you have. So pictures, any information, family records that you have written down, you're going to want to gather those into one spot and kind of go through and see what you have. I would also suggest talking with your brothers or sisters or grandparents, family members to kind of see their side of things, what they remember, is that the correct date, and so on. I would start with yourself and work backward. I would not recommend starting with your third great grandfather who was famous in the Civil War and then working around that. That's going to get you very, very confused. It's best to start with yourself and just go back, your parents, your grandparents. I also suggest with maybe sticking with one side at a time, maybe starting with maternal or paternal side and then kind of working your way through. It can get a lot messier and harder than it needs to be, especially when there are relatives with the same names. You'll think you're entering in your second great-grandmother, but it could be your third. And once you get started, the ball starts rolling pretty quickly, and you work your way back. I also recommend do not skip any generations. See what you can find out. If you need to leave stuff blank, leave it blank. You can also do approximations. Approximations are pretty good to stick with. Let's see. Always record women with their maiden names because there are women with the same married names and that can get extremely confusing. The maiden names of women do not change, so you can't really go wrong in that area. Let's see. So with the approximation with dates, you can put, about 1800, that sort of thing. And I will show you on the next video on, how to record that data and, kind of read censuses and things where it has those approximations. And lastly, I want you to remember that it's a journey. I've been doing it for 3 years now, and today, to this day, I'm still finding new things and things that I have to go back and fill in and change for that matter. There's a lot of change. So if you're starting your paper trail, I would do it in pencil because you will probably be changing things. Do not feel pressured to fill in your blanks. Like I said, approximate, just write what you have because you're going to be changing things. So join me again in 2 weeks and I'll be discussing how to read census records and how to document what you have and where to put it when you're ready to start entering into an online database. So thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you again.